Imagine this: what if our universe, with all its stars, galaxies, and even your own thoughts, is nothing more than a complex simulation running on a cosmic computer? This is not just science fiction. Some of the world's top physicists and philosophers have taken the simulation hypothesis seriously. Why? Because the universe behaves in bizarre ways that resemble programmed rules rather than natural chaos. In this video, we'll explore the scientific clues behind this theory: quantum weirdness, the holographic principle, the unchanging speed of light, gravitational anomalies, and the strange limit of observable information in space. Let's begin by asking a simple but profound question. If we were living in a simulation, how would we even know? Let's decode the signs, one glitch at a time. Imagine you're playing a video game with high-definition graphics. Inside the game, a character might marvel at the trees, the sky, or even time itself, without knowing that it's all pixels processed by code. Now think about our universe. Is it truly continuous, or does it just feel that way? Surprisingly, when scientists zoom in far enough, down to the level of quantum particles, the universe stops behaving smoothly. Reality appears to be made up of discrete units, like pixels in a screen. Time and space may not be infinitely divisible, but instead come in tiny, indivisible chunks. This leads to a question. What if we're living inside a simulation where information, not matter, is fundamental? Let's dig deeper. Physicist John Archibald Wheeler once said, "It from bit." He meant that everything, particles, forces, even space-time, emerges from binary yes-no questions or bits of information. Now think about quantum weirdness. Particles appear and disappear without cause. They change behavior depending on whether we observe them, like the double-slit experiment, where photons act like waves when unmeasured, but snap into particles when watched. Why would the universe behave differently when observed? Unless it's being rendered, just like a video game only renders scenery when a player looks that way. Could our universe be optimizing resources like a simulation engine? Let's explore further. Quantum entanglement is another bizarre clue. Two particles, separated by light years, can instantly affect each other's state. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance. How is that possible? If you think in terms of a simulation, it's easier to grasp. Just like two avatars in a game might respond simultaneously to a single input from the code, distance doesn't matter when both are controlled from the same source. Now let's talk about gravity. It might not be a force at all, but an emergent property from compressed information. Like a zip file, the more mass there is, the more information is packed in. Could gravity be data trying to decompress? Hold on, it gets even weirder. Why is the speed of light constant, no matter how fast you're moving? In a simulation, the frame rate is fixed. No matter how hard you push the system, it won't exceed its limit. Could the speed of light be the universe's maximum processing speed? Now think about the cosmic horizon. We can't observe beyond a certain point in space. It's as if the simulation only renders the observable universe, while the rest remains coded, but hidden. Even the holographic principle suggests the 3D world we see may be projected from a 2D surface, just like a computer screen giving depth to pixels. So, is this elaborate code? Or is it still physics, just stranger than we ever imagined? Let's dive deeper into the bugs, or rather glitches, in the universe's code. Ever heard of virtual particles? They pop into existence from nothing, live for a fleeting moment, and vanish again. Physicists call this vacuum fluctuation. But in a simulation, that's background noise, data refreshing, temporary variables. It's not just theory. Even Stephen Hawking suggested that black holes might emit radiation due to these fluctuations, a strange byproduct of quantum laws at cosmic scales. So, are we watching the universe debug itself? More anomalies ahead. Consider the Planck length, the smallest meaningful unit of space. Nothing smaller can be observed or defined. In digital terms, it's the pixel size of the universe. Then there's quantum decoherence, when a quantum system chooses a state after measurement. It's as if the universe waits until we press enter before locking in the result. Now imagine this. If our brains are also made of quantum matter, could consciousness itself be the player, interfacing with the simulation? Maybe reality exists only when it's observed, and you, the observer, are part of the rendering process. Sound too far-fetched? Even Nobel laureates are starting to wonder the same. Let's look at gravity, the weakest of all fundamental forces. Some physicists believe it's not a force at all, but a byproduct of information. The idea, as particles move and exchange energy, they change the information stored on the boundaries of space. Gravity might emerge from how this data compresses, like a zip file shrinking the universe's complexity. This isn't science fiction, it's emergent gravity, a real theory proposed by Verlinde. If that's true, then our universe doesn't have gravity. It simulates it based on stored information. So what else might be simulated? What about dark energy and dark matter? They make up 95% of the universe. Yet we can't detect them directly. It's as if they're background processes, powering the visible universe but hidden from our interface. And then there's the Fermi paradox. If life should be everywhere, why haven't we seen it? Maybe we're the only active instance running in this simulation. Or the system renders civilizations one at a time to manage resources, just like a single-player campaign. Sound wild? That's the point. Science is approaching the edges of reality, and what's peeking through is more digital than physical. Let's return to the speed of light, the universal speed limit. No matter how fast you go, light always outruns you at the same pace. But why? Some scientists suggest it's not just a physical limit, it's a processing cap, like frame rates in a game engine. Light might travel at that fixed speed because the simulation can't compute faster. It's not a law of nature, it's a hardware constraint. Similarly, we can't access or even detect what's beyond the cosmic horizon, the edge of the observable universe. Not because it's empty, but because it hasn't been rendered yet. Have you heard of the holographic principle? It suggests everything we see, stars, galaxies, even you and me, might just be a projection from a 2D surface at the edge of the universe. Kind of like how a hologram projects 3D images from a flat film. Some physicists believe all the information in the universe is encoded on that distant boundary. And what we call reality is just the decoded output inside. Even black holes seem to follow this rule. Their surface area holds their information, not their volume. It's as if space itself is compressed data, unpacked only when needed. Now let's look at quantum tunneling. Particles suddenly appear on the other side of barriers they shouldn't cross. How? It's like they're teleporting, ignoring classical physics. Or maybe the simulation just updates their position to keep the illusion going. Then there's the observer effect. When we watch a quantum particle, it decides on a state. But when unobserved, it stays in superposition, existing in many states at once. This isn't just strange. It's suspiciously like code optimizing itself. Why calculate every possibility when no one's looking? That's exactly how video games render scenes, only when the player looks. And finally, consciousness. Could our awareness be a user interface designed to interact with the simulation? Some speculate that what we call mind isn't in the brain. It's a signal received by the brain, like a player controlling an avatar. This would explain strange phenomena like shared hallucinations, near-death experiences, or why brains with massive damage can still function. Are we just characters inside a grand, intelligent system? Maybe the biggest question isn't if we live in a simulation, but why we're in it. Is it a test, a training ground, or a cosmic art project? Whatever the case, the glitches are piling up and someone, or something, may be watching.